Hello, everyone. This is Kendra Dix here, coming off the heels of WrestleMania, the biggest showcase in the world, WrestleMania 39. A lot of people were happy and a lot of people were sad, but we'll get to that coming up in a few minutes. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect, and don't forget to subscribe. Subscribers can tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. Before we get started, we're going to talk about a little bit later on in the show. Um, WWE has been brought by Endeavor, so they're going to form a partnership with UFC. And I don't know how this is going to go. This 1, 2, 3 punch WWE and UFC together under the Endeavor banner. What that's going to do, and how that's going to fix with Vince buying the company in 1982 for $1 million, and now he's selling it for 9.3 billion. I mean, that's big. That's super big. We'll talk about that coming up. Also, to talk about my insights on when Vince, right here, this new look, Vince McMahon finally selling the WWE. Never would have imagined, never would have thought that Vince McMahon, the longtime owner of the WWE, selling to this man Ariel Emanuel, now the new owner of WWE. Vince McMahon still be remain as executive chairman. So there's a lot going on. Even Dana White had made some comments about it. This, but yeah, I know y'all want to get to the action, so let's get to the action. All right, join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Like I said, this is really a big day, a monumental day after WrestleMania. But we kick things off with um Triple H. Triple H, the head of creative. A lot of people are not too happy with Triple H right now on what he did tonight. These past 2 nights, he had WrestleMania Saturday on point. A lot of people believe that WrestleMania Sunday was on point to the final end when Triple H used Cody's own father's finish to get in way of Cody. I feel like I don't know what they're going with this story, with that, thus entailing Triple H, a legendary figure, but a lot of people feel like he got this wrong, what he did to poor Cody. Um, Many of you may have saw what the aftermath of what had happened at WrestleMania. Um, like Cody, who was on top of the world. I mean, Cody was on top, but maybe tonight was not his night. At WrestleMania, when he could have won the championship. And Cody had a rough night. I'll say that right now. A rough night indeed. I'd say that. But Triple H, the COO, dressing the rumors about the WWE sale, saying that WWE will still be here, in now and forever. WWE's not going anywhere. So Triple H put that out there and stuff. WWE ain't going nowhere. All right. What had happened tonight, a couple of days ago, even Cody's heartbreak and stuff on what had happened with him and stuff. If we can show it, show it. Oh, right, there you go. With Cody's heartbreak, I think Cody Rhodes did not suspect that. Triple H made it clear that WWE is not going nowhere under new ownership, and we'll talk about the new ownership coming up later in the show on what's going went down earlier. So however that went be, Triple H now part of WWE, and keep saying that WWE is gonna stay the same. Even Triple H embraced Roman Reigns, his longtime rival Roman. Roman Reigns being embraced by Triple H. The tribal chief managed to keep his championships. I thought it was going to be 50-50, but I thought Cody was gonna win, but I wasn't too hooked and sync. I said if it happens, it happens. If it don't, and Roman retains, then I'm kind of happy for that. Well, Cody Rhodes found a new partner. And that partner was Brock Lesnar. At first, I was thinking like, I don't know. Something ain't right about this. I think Cody's kind of jumping the bandwagon after what happened last night. And Cody Rhodes last night fell in disappointment and stuff, not winning the big one. Thinking he was close to winning, but he didn't get the job done. But he felt a new partner and Brock Lesnar will be teaming with Cody Rhodes tonight, a little bit after on Raw. Brock teaming with Cody Rhodes, first time ever against Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa. Will this work, or will this be a setup by Brock? Well, you just had to stick around and see. But the match that Roman and Cody had was phenomenal. A lot of people are saying it was the best match, but a lot of people didn't like the finish of the match. When Cody got squashed, and you can see right here a rubber chicken. And a lot of people saying, what is a rubber chicken? Rubber chicken means that Cody got too smart for his bridges. And it's kind of like teaching him a lesson, a mat lesson. I think Cody Rhodes realizing that he couldn't get the job done. He was just one of Roman's victims as they continue on the board. And I think to myself, like, maybe Roman, maybe Cody, just because he came from he left WWE and went between the tail of his legs. Maybe WWE showing him like, hey, you think you're gonna be champion over here? You're gonna be mistaken. I think Cody Rhodes realizing that fact, and I think he got to show himself and show what he's all about. But with Brock Lesnar, I don't know. I think I'll tell you a little later on the show what had happened. Speaking of that, Brock Lesnar defeated Omos at WrestleMania. And you see right here, the mighty Omos right here defeated Elias with ease. Omos putting down Elias. One thing about Omos, he is a giant, but him having matches against Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley and losing to them, it really doesn't do no effect to him. It really doesn't put him over. Omos just a giant being tossed around for Brock's and Bobby Lashley's sick pleasure and stuff like that. And I think it didn't make Omos look good in this match. Brock did the F5 on Omos to win. Not that, but Omos had to rebound from that. Omos did rebound from it by getting a win over Elias in his match tonight. Speaking of that, Rey Mysterio came out there and saluted Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is going to be the host of Backlash coming up. Bad Bunny being interviewed by a lot of folks tonight. Even Catholic Kelly, she interviewed Bad Bunny. His takes on WrestleMania. I think Bad Bunny and Ray having that final point. Bad Bunny and Ray embrace each other. But Dominic Mysterio had a problem. And Damian Priest, who teamed with Brad Bunny against The Miz and John Morrison, Damian Priest didn't want to do it. Damian Priest attacked Bad Bunny and sent him to the table. Damian Priest did what he did to save Dominic, but Ray was going against Austin Theory and lost against Theory. Theory having a chip over his shoulder, beating John Cena. And now we don't see John Cena no more. John Cena said about Theory, they're going to talk about you and I'm going to be gone. When John Cena was that, he left. He left, gone. And I think John Cena, Austin Theory is a star of the future. Austin Theory talking down to Rey Mysterio. Austin Theory in prime condition, peak shape. And he told him, I don't know what's next for Theory, but Theory is gonna bring it. I think he's gonna be the next face of WWE. And I think that was that with him and Cena wrestled. It was the passing of the torch. Then that happened with Dominic and stuff when Ray had to cover for Bad Bunny. Speaking of that, the new WWE Tag Team Champions, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, showed up. I mean, I don't know how they did it. To me, them and Bianca Belair, I give them some credit. I give them the most credit. They was on the Today Show. They flew to New York City and flew right back to Raw. Oh man, that was quick. They went from LA to New York and then New York to LA. They had to fly. So congratulations to the tag team, the new tag team champions, um Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got put to the test. The new tag champs, they really got put to the test tonight. And the new tag team champions got confronted by the winners of the tag team showcase, who showcased their tag team ability. And we can see what they did. It. They won. They beat the Street Profits in a non-title match. I mean, the Street Profits got beat by them like that. But I mean, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Maybe Vince Russo may have the problem to that solution, but who knows? It was kind of wild to me, but hey, it is what it is. But we don't know what's this gonna go with next between the tag team champions and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Speaking of the men that they defeated for the tag team championship, the Usos was told by Paul Heyman through Roman Reigns to, hey, take the night off, chill a little bit. I don't know how Roman's gonna deal with the Usos. The Usos couldn't get the job done at WrestleMania. Roman was the only one to get the job done and keep his titles. The Usos may have to face the music with Roman down the road. We'll see that. Speaking of tag teams, women's tag team action. Who's next in line for a women's tag team title match? Well, we found out that Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan will take on Lita and Becky Lynch for the tag team titles. They didn't make mention of Ronda Rousey or nothing like that, or how she's gonna be put in the equation. But hey, that what it was. Raquel and Liv now the new contenders for the tag team women's championship. Speaking of that, Bianca Belair being confronted by Rhea Ripley. I thought we was gonna get a undisputed women's championship match, but that's not gonna be the case. They just confronted each other, saying that that could be next year's WrestleMania on what had happened. And Bianca Belair with that black girl magic, um, yeah, black girl magic or what had happened and stuff. Bianca Belair showcasing. Even Triple H made a comment about the little girl that Bianca was escorted Bianca. She lost her mom, and our thoughts and prayers are with that little girl. Bianca Belair retained her Raw Women's Championship over Asuka, and Asuka took Bianca to the limit. And I say that right now. Asuka took Bianca to the limit. Bianca could have been losing her title at WrestleMania, but Asuka took her to the limit by beating her down, and Asuka was doing more workout routines with her. But hey, it is what it is. But Rhea Ripley confronted Bianca, and maybe down the road, probably at WrestleMania 40, we could be getting a match between Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair down the road between these two WWE Women's Champions. Rhea part of the Women's Championship on SmackDown, winning the title from Charlotte. Bianca retaining from Asuka. So we could get that match down the road coming up. Also, too, Seth freaking Rollins. Seth Rollins. He came out there with fanfare, pomp, and circumstances. Nobody to confront after he had took Logan Paul back to where he came from. I think Logan Paul now knows that you don't need to mess with Seth Rollins in the wrestling business. So Seth Rollins getting that crowd abnegation and stuff, and Seth freaking Rollins deserves it. Well, you got to wonder what's his next feud gonna be. You just have to wait and see coming up with that a couple of weeks from now. Speaking of debuts, the only debut we got in return was this: Matt Riddle, the ultimate bro. Matt Riddle came back. Matt Riddle beat the crap out of the Miz and left the Miz out laying in the ring. That one thing I remember when Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins had some good matches as well. So could we see Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins team together one day? But Matt Riddle came back from Raw after his injury. You thought Matt Riddle was gonna come out there and get his revenge on Soa. I don't know if he's gonna do so whatsoever. That's gonna how that's gonna play out sooner or later. Matt Riddle and came back, did Bro Dare on the Miz, and we know Matt Riddle will take on the Miz next week. So we look forward to seeing that match as well. Matt Riddle versus the Miz coming up next week. Also, too, Roman Reigns sat down with Paul Heyman, and so it's of course to strategize on that match coming up against Cody and Brock, Paul Heyman, and Roman was talking about how Brock Lesnar want to come back into the fray. Well, we had to wait and see. Brock Lesnar want to be in the championship picture. Only time will tell. But Roman had a phenomenal match, and what a match he had at WrestleMania. Roman Reigns took Cody Rhodes to the limit, near fall to near fall, gave Cody everything he got: the spear, the Superman punch, everything. Even he tried to list his cousins to help him win to keep the title, but Roman was able to manage to get the win with that spear. 1, 2, 3. So hey. Speaking of that, Bobby Lashley came at WrestleMania as well. Lashley won the Andre Memorial Battle Royal on SmackDown. And Lashley was supposed to have an open challenge, but they kind of welcomed him at WrestleMania. Lashley really didn't do nothing until he got encountered by Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed and Bobby Lashley might be the next feud. Bronson Reed said he'll go against Lashley on his terms. So whenever that might be, hey, we'll get to see that coming up. Well, Ali ran his mouth, and Ali got first dibs on Lashley. Ali didn't want to fight Lashley, but Lashley assisted and beat the holy crap out of Ali. So Ali got to realize what he done. So that. Speaking of that, Otis getting a makeover. Now Otis wants to be part of the male models. I think slowly Otis is going to be turned to Otis. And, Chad Gable gonna have to do it on his own, like Kurt Angle or something like that. I like Chad Gable's wrestling, and maybe he will do that somewhere down the road. So hey, we look forward to seeing that. Speaking of that, the main event, first time ever, Cody Rhodes teams up with Brock Lesnar. We told you this newfound impromptu team gonna team up, and they're gonna team up against the tribal chief Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, Brock Lesnar, and Cody. Could they exist? I don't think so, but things happen. When the bell had rung, Brock delivered the F5 on Cody as Roman and Solo Sikoa watched from afar, thus ending the feud between Roman and Cody. And now the new feud between Brock and Cody has started. Brock Lesnar has tried to destroy Cody Rhodes, manhandling him. Brock Lesnar didn't even want to show no mercy. And I mean, Brock Lesnar, he's the type of cat that you really got not to show no mercy to, but Brock Lesnar beating down Cody Rhodes, beating down the legendary Dream Son, the American Dream Son, and taking him down. I didn't. He manhandled Cody. I mean, he manhandled him. He manhandled him, and left Cody Rhodes back for dry and stuff. So Cody Rhodes did not see that coming on what had happened to him. Cody Rhodes being manhandled. I mean, manhandled to the T. I mean, it was worse than fucking it was worse than what Bad Bunny and stuff. What happened? But I guess in this the new feud now. It's going to be Cody Rhodes being attacked and being left out. I mean, he was left out. I mean, left out to the wounds. We're not gonna show that. That's the edge. He didn't meant to show that, but Cody Rhodes being decimated. I mean, decimated to the point that he didn't have no return. And you can tell right here, Roman and Soul say, "Okay, we finna go." Roman and Soul did the smart thing ever. They left. They didn't want to be none of part of it. I guess the Roman and Cody Rhodes storyline is officially over. Now Cody Rhodes got to go against you know who. I think Cody didn't want to do so, but Brock Lesnar beat Cody Rhodes up. Brock Lesnar even shit beat the man up to a pulp. What's next? We don't know. Oh, hey, only time will tell how this gonna play out. But Brock Lesnar, he's a savage. I say that right now. Brock Lesnar is a savage when it comes to matches like that. So we can show you the pic. And this was the right here. Brock Lesnar being down Cole did the L5 on Cole onto the steel steps, leaving Cole helpless, defenseless after yesterday's heartbreaking loss for Cole. Cole couldn't believe he lost to Roman Reigns the way he did. So that's gonna do for the Raw Ring Report. We're gonna move forward to wrestling hot topics. We're gonna talk about this. WWE and UFC and Endeavor has agreed to terms. Now Endeavor and UFC and WWE all under one umbrella. WWE has been sold. Um, it's shocking to believe that Vince McMahon no longer he's still the chairman of WWE going forward. But Vince McMahon is no longer the owner of WWE. He sold his rights to this man right here, Ariel Emanuel. So Ariel Emanuel now the new Endeavor CEO. Ariel Emanuel now runs WWE along with UFC. So I guess this is the press release right here on what the terms was, and I was shocked. I'm shocked at that. Even Dana White made saying this company has been on fire for the last 7 years. Now that we'll be adding the WWE to the portfolio, I'm excited to take this to another level. Vince is a savage in the wrestling space. Ariel is a beast in what he does, and then what I add at UFC to bring to the table. There's no limit to what this company can come. I don't even know how the hell they even got this going. But Ariel Rowner now and Vince McMahon working together. So Vince will have to answer to Ariel, but how they're gonna coexist. I don't know. They were saying at CNBC. How they gonna agree to disagree? And then too, Vince is real smart. He might have made his mistakes, but Vince brought WWE for $1 million, and now Vince laughing all the way to the bank at 9.3 billion. So Vince McMahon is the ultimate winner in this. I mean, I never would have expected this, but this is telling you right here what is business. Vince McMahon selling a company that he ran for nearly 40 years, for over 40 years, and he's giving the Ariel money to do what the hell he wants, but he wants to stay on the executive chairman. And then you got Dana White in the mix. Man, it just tells you the sky's the limit. Speaking of Vince's son Shane made a surprise appearance. It didn't go too well what he thought at WrestleMania. Shane was supposed to make his grand return at WrestleMania. Didn't do so well. Shane McMahon had was going against the Miz and tore both his quads. The match did not start. The match didn't start. Snoop Dogg had to do a car blush, and Snoop Dogg came out of nowhere and did that worst people's elbow. But you know what? Snoop Dogg made it work. Snoop Dogg made it work. I mean, Snoop Dogg made it work. I'm telling you, Snoop Dogg rapping, singing, and wrestling. Snoop Dogg made the shit work. I'll tell you that right now. All right. And then Snoop Dogg was in with the car with Rey Mysterio. So Snoop Dogg had an amazing resume. Snoop Dogg did his thing. But really doing their thing is Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, a lot of people are talking about this sale. We're just gonna go forward. We're gonna continue on talking about this ongoing do this week after this. So this is the week after WrestleMania. And I kind of figured it had to be after WrestleMania for them to make this deal happen. So Vince, along with his son-in-law Triple H, confirming that WWE's not going nowhere. Vince still gonna have some say. He may have sold it, but he's still gonna have some say. So you know how that go and stuff. But hey, this is the statistics, the analytics, the most successful WrestleMania of all time. They always say that every year. Broke the gate record, the most social WrestleMania views ever. merchandise, sponsorship, venue, gate, viewership. So it was that. So congratulations to all parties in WWE. And a lot of people are still talking about the Cody Rhodes situation, about this rubber chicken situation. How that went. But they were talking about Triple H didn't forget when he broke the throne and what happened with that. So a lot of people are putting their with the McMahon's with Shane appearance and Cody's not getting the championship. So there's a lot going on with that. So a lot going on. I say that right now and going on in WWE. Tomorrow, look for and Amanda Huber. She was talking about Brody Jr. Like a lot of AEW talent was at WrestleMania. So hey. Well, a lot was going on. And we know next week, the women's tag team championships are online as Becky Lynch and Lita take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the women's tag titles. The returning Matt Riddle takes on the Miz. Miz won't be blindsided like he was at WrestleMania with all those guests with Pat McAfee, Snoop Dogg, Shane, and George Kittle. And hopefully we get answers next week on Raw on why Brock Lesnar did what he did to Cody Rhodes after that punishing act of what Brock did. There got to be some explaining to do on what Brock did to Cody. Really do. Well, tomorrow we're going to continue on with the Pro Wrestling Show for the NXT side of things, the NXT Ring Report. We're going to talk about the new champion, Carmelo Hayes, winning the championship and what's going forward for him. What's next for Braun Breaker. All this and more on the Pro Wrestling Show. So if we're going to lead you with Brock Lesnar destroying and leaving out a helpless Cody Rhodes. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon, so long, and thank you for watching the Pro Wrestling Show.